আপনাদের সকলকে আমন্ত্রণ জানাচ্ছি ঠিকানা বিজনেস জংশন অনুষ্ঠানে। আজকের এই পর্বে আমরা কথা বলবো নিউইয়র্কের বাংলাদেশি কমিউনিটির একজন সফল উদ্যোক্তা, বহুমুখী ব্যবসায়ী এবং কমিউনিটির সাথে সংযুক্ত একজন পরিচিত মুখ জুবের চৌধুরীকে নিয়ে। ফার্মেসি, রিয়েল এস্টেট, সিনিয়র ডে কেয়ার একাধিক সেক্টরে সফলভাবে ব্যবসা পরিচালনা করা সহজ কোনো বিষয় নয়, কিন্তু কঠোর পরিশ্রম, দূরদর্শী পরিকল্পনা, মানুষের সাথে সম্পর্ক তৈরি এবং নিজের লক্ষ্যে অবিচল থাকার মধ্য দিয়ে তিনি ধীরে ধীরে গড়ে তুলেছেন নিজের ব্যবসায়িক সাম্রাজ্য। আজকের এই অনুষ্ঠানে আমরা জানার চেষ্টা করব তার নিউইয়র্কে শুরুর দিনগুলোর গল্প, কিভাবে তিনি ব্যবসার জগতে প্রবেশ করেন, কি কি চ্যালেঞ্জ মোকাবেলা করতে হয়েছে, কিভাবে একের পর এক ব্যবসা দাঁড় করিয়েছেন এবং নতুন প্রজন্মের উদ্যোক্তাদের জন্য তার অভিজ্ঞতা ও পরামর্শ। একই সাথে আমরা জানার চেষ্টা করব কমিউনিটির জন্য ফার্মেসি ও স্বাস্থ্যসেবা খাতে কাজ করার অভিজ্ঞতা, রিয়েল এস্টেট ব্যবসার বাস্তবতা, সিনিয়র ডে কেয়ার নিয়ে তার ভাবনা এবং একজন সফল ব্যবসায়ী হিসেবে মানুষের আস্থা অর্জনের গল্পগুলো। আমন্ত্রণ জানাচ্ছি ব্যবসায়ী উদ্যোক্তা জনাব জুবের চৌধুরীকে। আপনাকে ওয়েলকাম জানাচ্ছি স্টুডিও।
Thank you, Abir bhai, for that amazing introduction.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate you having me in the studio, and I look forward to sharing my journey with you today.
Thank you.
From where I came from, where I'm going, and where I've been. So I'm looking forward to it.
পারফেক্ট। আপনার এই সাকসেসের পেছনে তো দীর্ঘ একটা যাত্রা রয়েছে, দীর্ঘ একটা সময় আপনি পার হয়ে আজকে এই পর্যায়ে এসেছেন। আমি প্রথমেই জানতে চাইবো যে আপনার একদম একেবারে ছোটোবেলাটা নিউইয়র্কের, যে আপনার যে বেড়ে ওঠার গল্পটা, কোন এলাকায় আপনি বড় হয়েছেন, যদি একটু শেয়ার করতেন আমাদের সাথে।
It's actually an amazing story. I was born in Bangladesh, Sylhet, and my family and we came to America in 1990. My father, my mother, my sister, my elder brother, Jubar Chowdhury, my father, Shafiqul Chowdhury.
Right.
I also have two sisters that are in England. So when we came here in 1990, obviously long time ago, where there was very limited resources for Bangladeshis or Deshis in general. Astoria is where we came. It's a generally, predominantly 95% at that moment, Greeks and Italians.
Exactly right.
So coming into a neighborhood amongst all the whites, it brought a lot of challenges through my journey. When we came to the States, my father was in his 50s. Him, my mother, and my elder brother, they're trying to figure out life in New York, new world, and it's completely different than Bangladesh, right? And myself, coming from Bangladesh, from the age of 7, up until 7, all I knew was Bangladesh, right? And I didn't know any English, obviously. So while they were trying to figure out life for us in America, myself, I was trying to figure out life for myself in America, right? As I went to school, as I tried to learn the language, I went through these challenges, and obviously the limited resource of anything, of Bengali or even Islamically. So that was definitely an interesting journey. In tying into that, going to school.
কোন স্কুলটা ছিলেন?
PS 122 in Astoria.
Okay.
Elementary school, I started at the 3rd grade. And obviously I had with no English and not understanding the culture or how the school work or anything of that nature, right? And so initially when I started going to school, the first couple of years, the journey was very, very challenging. And when I say challenging, I mean the real deal that people never understand this day and age.
Right.
When people talk about racism, when people talk about bullying, cyberbullying and all this stuff, it's nowhere near what people like me have experienced back then, where people didn't care, nor people stood up for you because you're the one out of other 99.
এটা খুব হার্ড ছিল তো, এই মানে বুলিংগুলোকে ফেস করে নিজের অবস্থানটাকে শক্ত করা, এটা ভেরি টাফ ছিল।
Very, very much. Like personally, me, I used to get beat up every day. Literally every day during lunchtime. after school, they would follow me. You know, even though I was about 7, 8 years old, I would have to walk home from school by myself because the family was, you know, trying to figure things out, you know, working, etc. It was 4 or 5 blocks only, but I had to work, and that was through bullying, through teasing, and it was
like because you like you are brown or like Asian, that's why maybe
they didn't know what that was, right?
Right,
It's like maybe the first time you know they've even experienced it. You know, the kids around my age, kids will be kids, but at the end of the day, we all have to go through our journey. So it was very, very difficult going through that, and you know, to you know grow from that.
পড়াশোনাটা তারপর কোন পর্যায়ে আর মানে কোন কোন স্কুলে গেলেন একটু যদি পড়াশোনাটা একটু শুনি আর কি
So in continuation, you know, after that, I went to all the schools in Astoria. I grew up pretty much my whole life in Astoria, and then I finished in Queens College with a bachelor's degree. While I was in school, you know, my journey was interesting. I started working from the age of 14 as summer jobs.
Oh, right.
While I was in high school, I started my first job in summer. 14, the age of 14, the age of 15, I've worked in summer schools. From 16, I was able to get a work permit. I got my first actual job in working in McDonald's.
Oh, really?
From 16 and 17, I've worked in McDonald's. The summer I graduated from high school, that summer I got my first bank job.
Oh, yeah, right. After bank return, actually, right.
Right. I worked for the banks for 17 years.
Okay. মানে কোন প্রতিষ্ঠানে ছিলেন কোন ব্যাংকে
So, you know, starting out, obviously, I just finished high school, and I was in college, right? My beginning years, I started as a part-time teller at the bank, and alhamdulillah, you know, through some of the challenges and you know, some of the things that I went through kind of made me stronger. You know, in these situations, when you deal with bullying, when you're dealing with certain things, as a person, either you get laid down or you stand up and say, no, I'm going to overcome it. I have a bigger purpose, a bigger reason to live. So these kind of things made me kind of fearless. And because I felt fearless, dealing with
more stronger.
I felt stronger. So when I started in the banks, I actually moved through the chains very quickly.
Okay.
While I was still in college, I became a manager for the bank.
Okay.
I worked for TD Bank. I worked for Bank of America. I worked for Chase Bank.
Wow.
In my mid-20s, I became a regional manager. I was supporting for Chase Bank, Westchester and Connecticut market, which was 130 branches. I was responsible for teaching techniques, teaching the business sector, teaching the managers and the bankers, you know, how to be more effective with the clients on a day-to-day basis.
বাহ চমৎকার একদম মানে ব্যাংকার থেকে যে আপনি যে ব্যবসায় এলেন এর শুরুটা যে কোত্থেকে হলো আপনার কি মাথায় কি একদম ছোটবেলা থেকে কি ব্যবসাটা মাথায় ছিল নাকি মানে চিন্তাটা কখন এলো আসলে কখন ভাবলেন যে মানে ব্যবসাটাতে আমাকে সাকসেসফুল হতে হবে আর কি
It's actually a beautiful story behind it, you know, when I think back on it. It was around the mid-90s. We were living in Astoria in 16 buildings. By that time, we moved to an area in Ditmars. It's called the Acropolis. 16 buildings. It's named the Acropolis, which is, you know, named after the Greek Acropolis in Greece. And we were living there in a 2-bedroom apartment. And we were paying, I think it was about $800 rent on a monthly basis for 2-bedroom. And when the lease was over, the landlord spoke into my father, said, he's gonna raise it from $800 to $1,200, which was a big increase, right?
That's right.
And the rules and regulations was a little bit, you know, nowadays where you could only increase a certain percentage, etc. You know, there's a lot more around it, right? But back then it wasn't that, you know, it was
system
it wasn't right. So when my father went back and forth with the landlord, said this increase is too much, the landlord was adamant about it. So my father said, you know what, we're not going to continue to pay somebody else's mortgage. We're not going to continue to put money into somebody else's pocket. We're going to buy something for ourselves. So with that moment, my father took the lead, obviously, with the support of my sister, Samin Chowdhury, with the support and sacrifice of my brother, Jubar Chowdhury, put some money together and aggressively within that 4 to 6 month period bought our first house in Astoria.
Okay.
So when I saw that, and I was a teenager, right? I was still in high school. I said to myself that there's more to it into making money. This amount type of increase and it just opened up my eyes on a different level. That's when I knew that I will go through my journey, but I'm also going to look for more.
এই যে ফার্মেসি ব্যবসায় যেটা আসলেন আর কি, ফার্মেসি ব্যবসাটার কখন এলেন, এর পেছনের গল্পটা যদি একটু শুনি।
I would say when I was regional manager in supporting the market for Chase Bank, I specialized in the business side, right? And when I was in the business side, through corporate training, I learned about every type of business there is, how to start it, how to manage it, how to manage the cash flow, the pros and the cons, long-term, short-term, the cash flow, all that. So as I started becoming more of an expert on it, obviously through, Chase Bank, one of the top banks in the world, through high-level training, I thought to myself, it's time for me to elevate myself in other industries. So at that time, a friend of mine, Shainul Haq, actually is my business partner. He was working for another private pharmacy for a number of years. And I started talking to him. I said, "You're working for this guy. How long have you been working?" And we kind of had a small dialogue. Next few days, I went to the office and I started putting more thought into it. I actually created a whole business plan around it.
Wow.
Short-term, long-term gain, what ifs, the probabilities, etc., all that. I put the business plan together. It took me a number of months. Once I put that together, then I had a meeting with him, a real conversation, lengthy conversation, and he took interest to it, but he wasn't agreeing to it, obviously not right away. He's in a secure industry as a pharmacist, working for somebody, getting a secure salary. For him to adjust and quote unquote taking a risk in opening up a business, it's a big decision, right? So we kind of talked through it for a couple of years, until one day he finally said, "Let's do it." And we started our first store, Northern Boulevard Pharmacy on 100th Street and Northern Boulevard, right around here. And we built off of that.
Wow, চমৎকার। মানে আপনার এই পর্যন্ত কয়টা ফার্মেসি আছে এরকম?
এখন I have 3 pharmacies. In they're all on Northern Boulevard. One of the things that I learned from the CEO of Chase Bank, Jamie Dimon, is that when you are going to make a move in business, it is very important to understand the market, understand the people, understand the type of business and how you will impact the people. So when you're starting a business, it's good to impact a particular area. So obviously I grew up in Astoria, East Summers, Jackson Heights, Corona is hop, skip away. So I understood the people, I understood the market, and this is part of the reason why I kind of stayed around the same neighborhood where I have a connection with the people and the community.
মানে আপনার প্রথমটা ছিল নর্দার্ন বুলেভার্ডে, তারপরের দুটো কোথায়? মানে তিনটা
96th Street, Northern Boulevard, and then 69th Street, Northern Boulevard.
মানে সবগুলো
in continuation. So it's 50 block radius.
তিনটা ফার্মেসি। বাহ, একেবারে মানে নিউ ইয়র্কের মতো একদম একটা প্রতিযোগিতামূলক শহরে এই ধরনের একটা ব্যবসা দাঁড় করানো ইটস ভেরি টাফ। আপনার জন্য হয়তো ইজি ছিল, বিকজ যেহেতু আপনি 17 ইয়ার্স আপনি ব্যাংকার ছিলেন, আপনি মানুষকে বুদ্ধি দিয়েছেন কীভাবে স্মল বিজনেসগুলোকে স্টাবলিশড হতে হয়, সেটা হয়তো আপনার জন্য খুব একটা এক্সপিরিয়েন্স হিসেবে কাজ করেছে। কিন্তু এটা তো মানে খুবই একটা কঠিন ছিল না ওই সময়টাতে? এমনি যা সাধারণ মানুষের জন্য তো খুবই কঠিন নাকি?
Here's what I can tell you, right? Anything in life has its difficulties, right? Nothing in life that's good is easy.
That's right. Yeah.
For example, diamonds are hard to get to. You can't just get to it, right? Anything good is you have to put work into it. So, but the key is having discipline. Having discipline, having a plan, and staying focused and determined for what you want to accomplish. Once you have that in place, then you go into the planning. Do your homework, on the business itself, understanding the community, understanding the people, and then he put the business into play.
Right, right.
It's not just jumping into it. It's a lot more to planning and strategizing if you want to sustain for the longevity of the business.
That's right.
Obviously, you don't want to open a business where it's for a couple of years, right? You want to build off of it and eventually turn into something bigger and bigger.
মানে আমাদের কমিউনিটি তো অনেক মানুষই যেমন ধরেন হেলথ কেয়ার এবং এই যে ওষুধগুলো নিয়ে তো অনেক ধরনের বিভ্রান্তিতে থাকে, মানে কনফিউশনের মধ্যে থাকে আর কি। এই বিষয়টাকে আপনি কিভাবে দেখেন, মানে কিভাবে অ্যাডভাইস করবেন আসলে?
So myself, for my businesses, my priority is my customers, right? Without the customers, without the connection of the customers, without understanding the type of customers, obviously the business doesn't exist. I make it a point to have extra staffing, and I make it a point to have bilingual staffing according to the neighborhood. For example, my store on 69th Street is predominantly Desi area.
Okay,
So I have Urdu speaking, I have Bengali speaking, I have Hindi speaking, because that's the main
Because
focal
customer,
point of the
right, yeah.
customers, right? In Corona area, more Spanish speaking, so I have more Spanish speakers.
Right.
So when these customers come in, the difference between myself and a CVS and anybody else is I train my employees on customer service and to be effective. A lot of people come in, elderly, they don't know what to do with the medication. They don't know how the medication will affect them. They don't know how to even take the medication.
Exactly.
They get the instruction from the doctors, but it's very brief. So I train my people to take the time and help these people. Not only is it the right thing to do, but it's the best thing to do if we want to grow in the community where people care. When you show that you care and when you actually care,
Then people will keep continue to come.
people will continue to come. It's about the service.
That's right, that's right. আচ্ছা, মানে আপনার মতো একজন সফল ফার্মেসি উদ্যোক্তা যদি কেউ হতে চায়, তাদের জন্য কোনো টিপস দেওয়া কি সম্ভব? অনেকে হয়তো ইন্টারেস্টেড হতে পারে এই ব্যবসাটাতে আসতে।
So, whether it's pharmacy business, real estate business, or any other business, right? Anyone can do any business, right? But it's a matter of training yourself, preparing yourself, and understanding the long-term game, short-term game, and preparing at least 2 years worth of negative in the business. Statistically, 80% of businesses fail within the first 2 years because lack of planning with customers, neighborhood, cash flow. If you can prepare for these things really well, you can be successful in any business.
চমৎকার। আপনি ফার্মেসি বিজনেসের পাশাপাশি রিয়েল এস্টেট মার্কেটেও আপনি সফল। আমরা যতটা জানি আপনার জেএসআই এম্পায়ার রিয়েলটি নিয়ে আপনার ভিশনটা কি একটু শুনুন।
Well, let me give you a small snapshot of how I started in real estate.
Okay.
I actually started in real estate, as I told you earlier. From that story, my mindset opened up.
Right.
From the time I was working in McDonald's from the age of 16 till about 21 or so, first a year and a half in the bank, 2 years in the bank, within that time frame, I managed to balance my paycheck. How do I mean by that? Generally, when people get a paycheck, they don't think nothing of it. They don't calculate that check. They take that check and they spend some money on the bills, and the rest, here, there, and it's gone, right? What I made it a point to do at a very young age is divide it up into 4.
Okay.
I would take the paycheck, a percentage of it was to take care of my bills, whether it's car bill, insurance, etc. A percentage of it was for my personal self, to enjoy, hang out, etc.
Life, yeah.
And a percentage of it was saving for my next move. And a percentage of it was for school. So,
চমৎকার প্ল্যান, yeah.
I divided up my paycheck into 4.
Right.
And every paycheck, I took that percentage and I put it into each of those places. So I started saving, and I saved my first $20,000. As I saved my first $20,000, and I was getting ready to make my move, my first real estate move, as I started building my portfolio from there. And when I was working at the bank, one thing I used to always do is talk to all businessmen.
Okay.
In the bank, everybody has to go there. Doctors, lawyers, fast food workers, different types of businessmen. I made it a point to learn from everybody else's journey, everybody else's success and mistakes. I used to ask them 2 questions. Tell me about your journey. How did you become successful? And tell me about your mistakes.
Okay.
I learned a lot from that, from different people. So one gentleman I was talking to, as I saved my $20,000, I was trying to buy something in Astoria. However, even back then, Astoria got a little bit expensive for that time, right?
True.
So $20,000, I could not buy anything. I couldn't find anything.
Right.
So I kept, frustration started kicking in. So as I was talking to this business gentleman, he said to me, let me ask you a question. I said, what is the question? What color is money, he said. I said, why are you asking me a silly question?
Right.
Come on, man. He says to me, answer the question. I said, fine, I'll play your game. The color of money is green.
Okay.
He said, okay. What color is in Queens? I said, green. What color is in Brooklyn? Green. What color is in Bronx? Green. The next question he goes to me, are you going to live there? I said, no. So he said, brother, what does it matter? Buy it anywhere, that money gets you the deal.
Right.
Just opened up my whole vision.
Right.
Right? Remember, I'm still learning, right? I haven't done anything yet. I'm, in my early 20s. So that time, I knew some friends of mine that were in the Bronx. So I started going to Parkchester.
Okay.
I did a little research on Parkchester, and I bought my first condo in Parkchester with my $20,000. That was starting on my real estate portfolio. And I built off of that. In continuation, simultaneously, as I was working at the bank, my focus of real estate never left. I was working on that in the background while I took on other challenges and ventures.
আপনার রিয়েল এস্টেটে যে এম্পায়ারটা আপনি জাস্ট তৈরি করেছেন এই সম্পর্কে আরেকটু ডিটেল বলেন।
So as I started growing my portfolio, I started learning and understanding the real estate game. There's different types of real estate game, right? There's different ways you can play it, from flipping to buying to short sales to buying notes, etc., right? So you have to pick and choose what makes sense for you. What's your niche? So I wanted to be a little bit different.
Okay.
And I came to realization even back then that buying properties for retail, it will not be feasible for me.
Okay.
Okay? So how can I not buy properties retail, but at the same time buy properties? So I started learning how to cure violation properties.
Okay.
Sort of like an expediter. What's needed, what type of resources are needed, how to go about it, what's the time frame. I learned the whole thing. Once I learned the whole thing, I started looking for the small percentage of real estate that most people ignored.
Right.
What is it? The violation properties. The problem properties, most people shy away from. I don't want to deal with this headache. It's too much. It's going to take too long. No problem. I will. If you're getting something 40 cents, 50 cents off of $1, you're already ahead. You can't lose.
True.
That's how I built my real estate portfolio.
বাহ, চমৎকার চমৎকার চমৎকার। মানে যারা এই যে রিয়েল এস্টেট, মানে আপনার তো অনেক অভিজ্ঞতা রয়েছে রিয়েল এস্টেট মার্কেটে, রিয়েল এস্টেট ব্যবসায় যারা আসতে চায় তাদের জন্য আপনার পরামর্শটা কি থাকবে আসলে, অ্যাডভাইস?
Number one, it always starts with discipline. It starts with discipline. It starts with a plan. It starts with wanting to go the distance, right? Once you have that in place, you have to understand where you are in life, right? Where you are in life, you have to identify your situation. Be honest with yourself. Once you start identifying who you are and where you stand, you can target which direction you want to go. Some people may be ready where they can start investing. Some people may not be, where you want to become an agent. And the very basic, you start with rentals.
Okay.
Start renting, making some additional cash, learning the game with that. And some people may go to some seminars, work with a broker, build some relationship with those guys and start buying and selling with the broker. Learn the game with that. You have to be able to take the time at least minimum 2 years to learn the game, any game.
Right.
Once you learn the game, then you could play it on your own.
That's right.
Your success ratio, it turns out a lot higher. A lot of people, they want to be rich overnight. Doesn't work that way unless you're winning the lottery.
Of course not.
Right?
True.
You can win the lottery, but what are the chances?
Yeah.
But if you truly want true longevity of success, you have to put in the work and you have to be patient.
Right.
And you have to give it a number of years for that development, mental, physical.
Discipline and plan আসলে এই দুটোই আসলে অনেক বেশি ইম্পর্টেন্ট যে কোনো সাকসেসের
Very, very important.
Right.
Because I will tie the word discipline, why I keep saying that, because in life, we don't have a cheerleader like the sports team. Rah, 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 let's go, let's go, let's go. Do we have that? We don't have that.
Of course not.
So we have to be that for ourselves, right? Especially as a business person. So we have to find a burning desire within ourselves saying, hey, when chips are down, how I have to find that inner motivation to get myself up to fight the day. Tomorrow I'm too tired. There's no such thing as tired. I teach my kids mind over matter.
Okay.
Mind over matter. What does that mean? It's a very deep meaning behind it.
যেমন একটু শুনি আর একটু
There's situations where you come, where you're dealing with, where that matter will overtake you. Mentally, you have to say that I have to overcome that.
Yeah.
I have to
can
finish
do that. Yeah, I can do
right?
that. Yeah.
If another man can do it, so can I.
Right.
So you have to find certain methods, certain quotes, certain burning desires within yourself where you can continue that discipline, where every day you put in that work.
True. আচ্ছা একটি বিষয় আমার খুবই জানবার ইচ্ছে, সেটা হচ্ছে যে ব্যবসায় সফল হতে গেলে কি মানি কি ম্যাটার করে, অনলি মানি কি ম্যাটার করে, নাকি মনে করেন ট্রাস্ট এবং রিলেশন এগুলো ম্যাটার করে?
Trust, relationship, integrity matters more after a certain point.
Okay.
I'm going to be 120% honest here. Why does anyone go into business? Why does anyone do anything? For money, to be able to pay the bills, to be able to take care of their family, right? So at a certain point in life, we focus only on the money. As we grow, as we understand the game, as we understand the business, our job, our careers, the thought process starts adjusting. And what that ties into, especially when you're doing it at a high level, integrity, community, supporting the community, these things, you have to start questioning yourself. Success comes to the Almighty Allah.
True.
Right?
True.
So after a certain point, you have to say yourself, when you're dealing with business deals or situations, that I'm being tested. And when I say I'm being tested, that means when you get that phone call from person X saying, hey, I need help with this. Do you say, I'm too busy? Or do you say, I'm going to pause that. Let me help this person because Allah is testing me.
True.
Integrity.
Right.
Very few people forget that because it can shift a different way. Some people make some money and they think they're above the game, above everything. They think they are untouchable. Very easy to get lost into. Right?
Right.
So as a person, as a man, you have to make sure you stay humble and realize your position is given. You heard the saying, empires rise, empires fall.
True.
What does that mean?
এটা আমরা অনেক দেখেছি
Even in England, right?
Yeah.
Kings and queens had fallen.
True.
How? Lack of integrity, lack of trust. People lost their trust in the king.
Right. True. Right.
So don't think you're above the game. As you grow bigger, humbleize yourself more.
Right. True. আচ্ছা, আপনি যে এতগুলো ব্যবসা আপনি পরিচালনা করছেন, মানে বিভিন্ন জায়গায় আপনি ব্যস্ত আছেন, সাকসেস শব্দটা আপনার জীবনের সাথে মিশে গেছে, প্রচুর সময় দিতে হয়েছে, প্রচণ্ড একটা প্রেশারের মধ্যে আপনাকে সবসময় থাকতে হয়। লাইফ এবং ব্যবসাটা এবার ম্যানেজ করেন কিভাবে? মানে যদিও এখানে একইভাবে মানে সেম কথাটাই চলে আসে যে ডিসিপ্লিনের মধ্যে চললে সব কিছুই সম্ভব, কিন্তু আপনার কাছে আসলে জানতে চাই কীভাবে ম্যানেজ করেন, মানে পরিবারকে কতটা সময় দেন, মনে দিতে পারেন কি না আদৌ?
So I will tell you, you know, discipline, wanting to grow as a person, having a vision for the long game. I'll start with a simple thing.
Okay.
When you're in an airplane, when there's a problem, what's the first thing they say? Before you do anything, put on your own mask first. Once you put on your mask, you can help and protect others.
Right.
So what do I mean by that? Health. Health is your wealth. Start there.
Okay.
Right? I go to the gym 6 days a week.
Okay.
I spend about an hour and a half to 2 hours every day in the gym. Actually, that's the next segment we can do, health and wealth.
All right.
Right?
We'll do that.
Health and diet.
Okay,
we can do it very well.
We'll do that.
I've been working out since, I was a teenager. I played a lot of sports. So tying that into when you focus on your health, when you focus on your diet, you feel stronger, right? You feel stronger, then you have the energy to be able to do other things that you want to do. So me starting with that, in continuation, I make it a point to make a schedule for myself.
Okay.
Priorities, highest priority to least priority. And I'll give you a simple day for myself. I wake up most days, God willing, I wake up, for Fajr time. I pray Fajr, get ready, get the kids ready, start getting help my wife get the kids ready. I drop them off to school. Once I drop them off to school, then I go to the gym. I spend some time in the gym. I come home, and I prepare for my day. And once I prepare for my day, I start tackling the priority items. And then some of the things I will finish, some of the things I'll continue on the next day. But with discipline and focus, with the right scheduling, you can accomplish everything. Structure ties into that, right? Having a process in place for the businesses, for how much time you can, that you want to spend with the family, how much time you want to spend with your businesses. That all ties into. I always tell my kids and even my nieces and nephews and everybody, life is like a circle. It's an interesting concept. Let me break that down for you. What I mean by that.
Okay.
If you make a circle, circle is fully balanced, right?
Right.
Now within that circle, you make a pizza pie.
Okay.
In those slices, you put in your life items, the most strongest and the heaviest that's necessary. What do I mean by that? You have to put one slice is health. One slice is your work. One slice is your family. One slice is your religion. One slice is your family. If you put in balanced time within all those pieces, your life will be well balanced.
চমৎকার.
Too much of anything is not good. You do too much of religion, too much of family, too much of business, something else is going to suffer.
Exactly.
In life, in order for us to be a whole, as an individual, family, health, wealth, religion, culture, friends, we need all that. So we have to come to realization, how do we balance all that?
Damn, চমৎকার.
And that's the circle of life.
Beautiful,
what I follow by.
beautiful. Nice. মানে লাইক মানে খুবই চমৎকারভাবে উদাহরণটা দিলেন যে আসলে লাইফের সব কিছুই সমানভাবে ব্যালেন্স করাটা কতটা গুরুত্বপূর্ণ আসলে ক্ষেত্রে। রাইট. চমৎকার। আপনার ফ্যামিলি সাপোর্ট তো ডেফিনেটলি আপনি পান, আপনার মানে
Alhamdulillah. So I was fortunate, right?
Okay.
From a very young age, when I was a youth, my mother and father supported me and my brother, my elder brother, Jubar Chowdhury, my father, Shafiqul Chowdhury. They sacrificed everything. They worked minimum wage jobs. You know how much they work per hour?
A long time ago, right?
$3.75 an hour.
Right. Early
Back
90s,
then.
Yeah.
They sacrificed everything to a new world so I can attend school.
Exactly.
So I can create a future for myself. I had my own struggles, right, in a different way.
Yeah.
But they gave me that foundation, that strength,
Exactly.
so I can continue to be successful in my journey. And then later on, obviously, I got married, and my lovely wife, Charmin Chowdhury.
Okay.
She's been my rock
Okay.
since day one.
Wow.
She was in actually medical industry. She had a whole career. She went to Hunter University here.
Okay.
And when she, obviously, after we got married, she saw my vision. She saw my potential. She sacrificed her career to support me
Bah.
in the businesses that I do, so I can continue to be successful
Bah.
and accomplish my journey and prepare my legacy for my kids. And you know, I can proudly say that I'm very thankful and proud of my father. And when I talk about him, I could hold my head high and my chest out and say my father did all the right things, whether it was in Bangladesh or here, to leave a legacy so I can take from where he left off.
Right.
And I want to do the same thing for my kids, leave a legacy where they can hold their heads up high and say, my father was an honest man with integrity.
That's right. How many kids do you have?
I have 3 amazing children, 2 daughters and a son.
বাহ বাহ চমৎকার চমৎকার একদম এত বিজি লাইফের পরেও কি যে নিজের জন্য সময় কি বের করা সম্ভব মানে যদিও আপনি বললেন যে আপনি একটা সিস্টেমের মধ্যে চলেন কিন্তু তারপর নিজের জন্য তো সময় বের করাটা কি হয়
As you create a system and a structure, you can do way more than what I'm saying.
Right.
It's about balancing, creating a system and a structure. You get an average 24 hours in a day, right? 20. It's all about math for everything. If you break down the math, you'll see there's plenty of time to do everything. From 24 hours, you have 8 hours of sleep.
Okay.
Right? And the remainder, balance it out with what you need to get done within that circle of life, as I mentioned earlier.
Right.
You have plenty of time to do everything.
True.
The challenge nowadays is it's very easy for you to lose track of time because of technology, social media, all the distractions that we have. But if you have your priorities in place, you'll utilize that time properly. I always say, in life, you must respect time. If you respect time, life will respect you back.
বাহ চমৎকার ইউনো লাইক আমার কাছে আজকের পুরো আলোচনার মধ্যে যেটা মনে হচ্ছে আর কি আপনি যদি মোটিভেশনাল স্পিকার হিসেবেও কাজ করেন দেন ইউনো success of it, man.
Interestingly enough, before COVID, myself and a few other guys, we used to do business seminars before COVID. And throughout New York, we did a lot of business seminars on teaching businessmen, our Bangladeshi businessmen, how to elevate their business, how to manage their cash flow, in a motivational sense of way. We did that for a long time, and after COVID, things kind of, focus is diverted. But inshallah, I want to get back to it at a certain point in time.
Good. মানে আমাদের কমিউনিটির জন্যও দরকার আসলে আচ্ছা আমাদের যে নিউ ইয়র্কের বাংলাদেশের কমিউনিটি আপনি তো একদম দীর্ঘদিনের অভিজ্ঞতা লাইক অলমোস্ট 35 ইয়ার্স রাইট সো মানে 35 ইয়ার্সে আপনি যে কমিউনিটি পেয়েছেন স্টুডিওতে সেই সময় তো আমাদের কমিউনিটি গ্রোয়িং কমিউনিটি আজকে তো লার্জ একটা বাংলাদেশি কমিউনিটি মানে বাংলাদেশি কমিউনিটি নিয়ে আপনার মূল্যায়নটা কি What is your thought?
We've come a long way, right? We've come a long way.
Yeah.
From back in the 80s and 90s, there was limited number of families all around, right?
Yeah.
I remember growing up in Soya, maybe there was about 10 to 12 families only. Everybody knew everybody, right? There was only one Bengali grocery store named Meghna, nothing else.
Yeah, and also like Bangla Bazar and Meghna, I think both,
Jacksonites was predominantly Indian.
Right.
No Bengalis.
Exactly.
Right? It was predominantly Indian.
74th Street.
Right. It was predominantly Indian. And we worked back then low-end jobs, as I mentioned, $3.75 an hour, $4 an hour.
I came like 1989, so I've been through with that.
Right. So you know the journey. Right. So, and as I look around nowadays and I see my Bangladeshi brothers and sisters in various positions. We're talking about from judges, lawyers, doctors, to pharmacists, high-ranking officers in the city, to NYPD.
True.
With education and our generation becoming the second and third generation, we're growing rapidly.
Right.
I just hope to Allah Almighty that we continue to that growth with integrity and keeping a good name for our culture and our people, and represent Bangladeshis the correct way as we grow.
রাইট, বাহ, চমৎকার চমৎকার করে বলেন। আপনার জীবনের সবচেয়ে প্রাউড মানে মোমেন্ট, তো অনেকগুলো ইস্যু আছে আর কি, আপনার জীবনের একটা প্রাউড মোমেন্ট যদি একটু শেয়ার করতেন আর কি।
As I would say, as I started growing as a man, and I started seeing the respect of my family towards me, my friends, my community, looking at me as a person they can come to for answers and guidance. That's when I started feeling proud, along with the community, as I started developing different businesses. You know, through my success, as I built discipline and saw myself saying I can handle challenges and growth in any given scenario. That's when I started feeling more and more proud. And when my
Like any story you can share with us, you know, like your like proud story, you know, you feel very good or something.
Very good,
like that.
I would say, you know, when I became a father. When I became a father for my 3 beautiful children, that's when it hit me that the unconditional love, without expecting anything back, that I was living to protect them, to teach them, to help them grow. And my whole life just revolved around them since then. That was just a moment that just elevated me to a whole new world.
বাহ, চমৎকার চমৎকার। মানে এদেশে বেড়ে ওঠা যারা সেকেন্ড জেনারেশন আমাদের, আপনি তো সেকেন্ড জেনারেশনে আমি বলবো, এই সেকেন্ড জেনারেশনের মধ্যে যারা উদ্যোক্তা হতে চায়, তাদের জন্য আপনার কি কোনো বিশেষ কোনো মেসেজ আছে কিনা?
My message is, stay true to yourself and identify within yourself what you would like to do. But you have to be realistic and honest with yourself, right? In general, people say, chase your dream. People say, follow your passion. I agree and disagree with that.
Okay.
Right? You have to be realistic.
It matter করে, true.
Right?
True.
You have to be realistic with your dream than your passion. Because what if your dream job doesn't exist in 10 years from now?
Right.
Because with technology and everything else, rapidly new jobs are coming and old jobs are disappearing.
Right.
Right? So as you choose your career, as you choose your passion, be honest with yourself and understand that there is a future. Is there a future for that industry?
Right.
Once you understand that, then you have to start with your discipline.
Right.
You have to start with your vision. You have to start with your mind over matter mindset and head straight from there.
বাহ, চমৎকার চমৎকার। আপনার কি আর কোনো মানে আপনার ড্রিমের আর কোনো ফিউচার প্ল্যান রয়েছে? যেমন ধরেন আপনার ড্রিম তো একের পর এক মানে সাকসেস আপনি হয়েছেন আপনার আপনার ডিসিপ্লিন, আপনার সততা, সব কিছুর কারণে। ইন ফিউচারে আর কোনো ড্রিম আছে নাকি আপনার, যেটা আপনি হয়তো এখনো করতে পারেননি কিন্তু প্ল্যান আছে করবেন?
I want to continue to grow as a man. I thank Allah Almighty for having me go through the amazing journey of life, through the ups and downs. When the downs came, I said to myself that I was being tested for something bigger and greater. I didn't let it get me down. I rolled with the punches and had my head and said, I'm ready for tomorrow, right? What does it say? For every dark night, there's a bright day.
True.
Right? My vision is to continue to grow as a businessman and make myself available to the community and the people, friends and family around me, where I continue to grow in a position where I can support and elevate them in their time of need and be able to provide that support so they can further their life, their career, their business. And continuation, obviously, with my kids, I would like to continue to do that. My vision is to teach my kids generational wealth.
বাহ
And when I say generational wealth, what do I mean by that? It's not necessarily money,
ওকে
right? It's the mental discipline, how to have integrity, the lessons of life, how to go through challenges, the mindset of it. Teach them from where the level I'm at. And they can build off of that and elevate their life to a next level that where they want to be.
ওকে চমৎকার 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 আপনাকে অনেক 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 ধন্যবাদ আজকের এই অনুষ্ঠানে আসবার জন্য এবং স্পেশালি একদম একবার এইজ অফ 7 থেকে এই নিউ ইয়র্কের মতো শহরে নিজেকে আস্তে 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 তৈরি করা তারপর বিজনেসে রিয়েল এস্টেট মার্কেটে সফল হওয়া আপনার এই গল্পগুলো আসলে আজকে শেয়ার করলাম দর্শকদের সাথে যেন আপনার এই জীবনের জার্নিটার এই গল্পগুলো শুনে তারা যেন ইন ফিউচারে তাদের জীবনকে কীভাবে তৈরি করতে হবে সেই স্বপ্নটাও যেন তাদের জীবনে সাকসেস হিসেবে আসে সেই গল্পটাই আজকে আমরা আসলে করলাম আপনাকে অনেক 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 ধন্যবাদ এই অনুষ্ঠানে আসার জন্য থ্যাংক ইউ
Thank you, Abir bhai, for having me for this segment.
থ্যাংক ইউ
And I appreciate you taking the time
Thank you.
to learn about my journey. And I hope this helps the viewers and everyone around the world to get motivated. If you need to reach out to me, most people know me. You can reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to provide any support, any way, shape, or form that I can within the best of my ability. And hopefully we can do a segment on health and fitness.
Exactly.
Inshallah.
We'll do that. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. আজকের এই অনুষ্ঠানে আমরা শুনলাম একজন মানুষের স্বপ্ন সংগ্রাম পরিশ্রম এবং সফলতার গল্প যিনি শুধু নিজের ব্যবসা করে তোলেননি বরং কমিউনিটির মানুষের আস্থা ও ভালোবাসা অর্জন করেছেন ফার্মেসি রিয়েল এস্টেট বিভিন্ন খাতে কাজ করলেও তার মূল দর্শন একটাই মানুষের পাশে থাকা সৎভাবে নিজের কাজ করে যাওয়া নিউ ইয়র্কের মতো কঠিন প্রতিযোগিতামূলক শহরে নিজের জায়গা তৈরি করা আমরা জানি সহজ নয় কিন্তু দৃঢ় ইচ্ছাশক্তি নিয়মানুবর্তিতা পরিশ্রম এবং সঠিক পরিকল্পনা থাকলে যে স্বপ্ন বাস্তবে রূপ নেয় তারই এক অনুপ্রেরণামূলক উদাহরণ ছিল আজকের আমাদের অতিথি জুবের চৌধুরী আপনারা ভালো থাকবেন সুন্দর থাকবেন দেখা হবে আগামী অনুষ্ঠানে অন্য কোনো অতিথিকে নিয়ে ভালো থাকবেন সবাই